So, tomorrow is the day. I start my finals at 9:30. It's the first one I have of four, and I'm strangely calm right now. I feel like it's the calm before the storm. I've been pretty stressed the past few weeks, but now I'm at the point where I can't do anything really. I've done all I can, and yeah, I'm slightly scared, but on the whole, I'm ridiculously calm. So a bit of information on how my finals work. So last year I did two papers, which counts for 20% of my degree. And then I also did my dissertation and my viva, which I spoke about in some other videos. And that counts for another 25%. So I'm going into these exams with 45% already done. And over the next four, it's 55%. Tomorrow's exam is a critical analysis paper. So I get a journal article that I've not seen before. I'm going to read it, and then I basically going to answer questions on it and critically analyse what they've done over the 3 hours. So it's a bit different to some of my other ones, but I think it's sort of a nice place to start, hopefully. So my plan for the next week is to do a video diary, so you can see my ups and downs of finals, and get to know a bit more about how the Oxford exam system works. One of the most iconic, I guess, things about Oxford exams is the fact that we have to wear sort of a costume, a uniform, every time we go into exam. So I'll talk you through what we have to wear. First off, we have to wear a suit, so a nice white plain shirt, which I washed today ready, and just a plain black suit. And then we also have to wear a white tie. I have got a pre-tied white tie, which is so naughty. But it's so much effort to try and tie a bow tie on the morning of the exam, so I'm going to forgive myself for that. We also have to take our mortarboards in, and we're not actually allowed to wear them. You're not allowed to wear them until you graduate, but we have to take them, which is useless. And then last but not least, you also have to wear your gown. And obviously, once you get to the exam, and you've sat down and the exam started, you can take whatever you want off and become comfortable. But for going in, you have to wear all of these things. There's also this really, really nice tradition in Oxford of wearing carnations. And they signify what exam you're on. So I've got some of mine just here. So I've got a nice white one and a pink one. And the white one I wear tomorrow. That signifies my first exam. And then the pink one is the one that I wear for my sort of exams in the middle. So I'll wear that for my other two. And then on Saturday, I will have a red carnation. And that means it's my last exam. And these carnations aren't a compulsory part of what we wear. Normally somebody else, maybe your college children, buy them for you, and it's sort of a gesture of good luck. In fact, it's actually bad luck to buy them yourself, to wear yourself. So it's a very nice sort of solidarity thing that we've got going here. So yeah, so I start tomorrow at 9 AM, 3 hours, and I guess I'll come back to you with some more information then. So it's now Tuesday afternoon. I've just got back from my first exam. I'm a bit tired, I'm not going to lie. But it went alright, yeah. It's a critical analysis paper, so we get a paper and we analyse what we read. And it took a long time and felt quite time pressured. But apparently so did a lot of people, which is good, I guess. But managed to finish it with like a minute to spare. And I came back and I had some lunch, so I'm feeling pretty zonked after my first exam, but I need to go back to the library and cram for my next one. So my next one's tomorrow morning, 9:30 again. It's my neuroscience paper. So I might have a nap now, and yeah, hopefully tomorrow goes as well. I'm more nervous about tomorrow because you have to be prepared for it more so than this one. This one's more of a logic paper, and you sort of argue based on and point out criticisms based on what you read, whereas the one tomorrow relies entirely on your knowledge. So I'm a bit more nervous about that one. But I've now done 60% of my degree, so there's a bit less pressure on me, which is nice. I've just got back from my neuroscience exam, had some lunch, and I've sort of got mixed feelings, to be honest. I was really, really hoping that, well, year on year, consistently, certain questions come up. So I really like the basal ganglia, which is sort of an area of the brain that integrates motor and reward signals. And that comes up every single year, and this year it didn't. So, yeah, so I sort of had a mixed bag of feelings, to be honest, towards this exam. Not as thrilled as I thought it was going to be. But saying that, I managed to answer all 3 questions, which was better than I was expected me to do when I first saw all the questions. And yeah, I guess I managed to piece together some okay answers. So I'm a bit disappointed, but on the whole, it's not the end of the world. I haven't completely bombed out. I am, however, quite tired. I've not been sleeping very well. I think it's just general exam time. Yeah, I always go to bed, try and go to bed about 10, half 10, and then get up about 7. But I managed to go to sleep and just sort of waking up at various points through the night and checking the time. So I've got hours left before. Yeah, so I think I'm going to have a nap now. And then tomorrow is my immunology exam. So immunology is my minor. And so I only have to answer 2 essays for that. So I've only got 2 hours, which is okay. But I'm officially 75% done with my degree and over halfway done in this exam season. So 5 hours of the exams left, and yeah, I need to keep going for a little bit longer. So I'm just back from my immunology exam. Pretty tired. But so my immunology paper is my minor, so I have to do 2 essays for that, so it's only 2 hours, rather than the neuroscience exam, which is 3 hours. And actually this one went a lot better than I was expecting. It's a bit weird because I was super prepared for my neuroscience exam, and I feel it didn't go as well as I'd hoped. But this one, I feel I was much less prepared, but it went a lot better. So I don't know all that stuff about how I've been revising, but that, yeah, so I'm quite happy, to be honest. And it's quite nice now because I've had 3 exam days in a row. I've basically been going from my exam, having like a nap and some lunch, and going straight to the library until late. So I'm pretty tired. So I think I'm just going to spend this afternoon sleeping and relaxing a little bit, do a tiny bit of work tonight, and then spend all of tomorrow preparing for my last exam on Saturday. To be honest, I feel quite chilled now. Paper 2 on Saturday, I'm still a bit worried about, but I've done 85% of my degree now, so I can breathe a little bit. I've done the majority. I've got 1 left. It's 3 hours, and I am so excited to be done, but equally also so exhausted. So yeah, I will keep you posted, I guess. Before I sit my sort of final exam, I thought I'd come back to you with a bit more information about the traditions of Oxford. So since my last sort of video diary entry, I guess, I've showered, I've shaved, I'm wearing my contact lenses. I'm starting to feel a lot more human again and a lot less stressed, which is a very bizarre feeling. But I've got a day of revision left, then it's my final exam. And for your final exam, as I said at the start, you wear a red carnation. But also afterwards, there's this tradition in Oxford called trashing. And it sounds unpleasant, but actually it's a big celebration of the fact that you've finished, and lots of your friends come along to where your exam is, and they spray you in like shaving foam, and they get you party hats and like flower necklaces and things. It's just a really nice celebration of sort of you finishing, and then you can go and celebrate with them. I'm back and I'm done. That is my finals completely over. As you can see, I'm pretty messy. I've just been trashed. There's lots of, I guess, shaving foam went all in my mouth. I'm covered in champagne, covered in confetti, but I'm so relieved. I'm not really fussed about how the exam went, to be honest. It's all over now, so I can relax. I've been to the library for the last time, and now I guess I'm officially nearly a graduate. Once I graduate, yeah. So my plan for today, I'm going to get dressed and go to watch some races to the rowing competition down by the river, and yeah, relax a lot, not go to the library, and not worry about work. But for now, I'm going to celebrate.